Hello, Ollie the tea guru here. Long time no see. I'm sitting here test driving pretty good 2011 Monku. I'm finding myself doing a lot of test driving at the moment. I'm testing out different teas for the website. But great news. I've just given the go-ahead for 6 different pressings, 6 different Tea Guru pressings. I've tasted out a load of different Malcha, mainly 2018 spring Malcha, and most of it from Iwu, but some from neighbouring and different regions. They will be going to pressing in the next week or 2. They should be ready. They should be here and ready to hit the shop. Hopefully, sort of first week of November. And I'm really happy about these. We've got our own branding. We've got our own Neife. The tea is very good. So look out for that. Also, maybe a couple of weeks later, after the 2018 spring Guru cakes are released, we're also releasing our 2018 autumn cakes. We got 2 or 3 coming as well, but you know, it's taken a little bit longer to get those in than the already picked and ready to go 2018 spring. Main reason for my brief video today is one Kirk O'Neill. You guys may well know him if you're trudging the forums on Facebook, the tea forums. He's a big tea guy. He spends a lot of time on Facebook and other places. Loves to talk, discuss about tea, and he's a good guy. He's asked me to do a very brief video with a quick question. He's asking me, why do some tea areas have certain tastes? Why, for example, does one specific tea carry a very fruity flavour? Maybe this other one, it might have a camphor edge to it, or maybe a slight mushroom twang going on. Why is that? Why do they not all taste the same? And my answer would be, it's largely down to terroir. So, terroir is split up into a few things. A specific area where tea is grown would have maybe a slight different microclimate to a neighbouring tea area next door, potentially. Also, what greatly influences terroir is the soil. So the soil is comprised of maybe a slightly different pH than a neighbouring region, slightly different mineralities. The soil content is super important because the tea trees are grabbing nutrients, grabbing minerals from the soil, and that transmutes into flavour. The different flavours you're getting through from your tea is largely down to the soil. This Monku is pretty tasty. 7 years on, it's got that minerality still there, a nice bite to it, but the aging flavours coming through. It's really digging Monku, really am. So, terroir can be the climate, it can be the soil, generally everything that the plants, the trees are getting from its surroundings, its environment. And I assimilate a lot of things between tea and wine. There are so many similarities there. People talk about terroir in wine, and it's no different for tea. So, for example, a Bordeaux blend in Bordeaux will have its taste in a certain area, for example, and different areas of Bordeaux with the same the same percentage of different types of grapes will taste different. Different villages will taste different from other villages, even using the same grapes. The same thing in Burgundy, the same thing everywhere. A Bordeaux blend in Bordeaux will taste different from a Bordeaux blend from Australia. A Merlot or 100% Zinfandel will taste different in California than it will in Spain. It's terroir, generally. So terroir is a large part of it, but I also believe that it's down to the varietal as well. I mean, there are different species and subspecies of Puerh tea. So an extreme version of this would be maybe purple tea versus a standard large leaf Puerh tea. They'll be very different. Purple tea is a cousin, if you like, of standard large leaf. But you know, some areas will have small leaf varietal, and you know there are subtle changes, and this will also play a difference in the taste. So when Kirk is also talking about mushroom and camphor, I can imagine that he's talking about the aging tea, the tea as it ages. Maybe 10 years down the track or something, mushroom notes start to creep in, camphor notes start to creep in. And I don't think, I mean, you know, you've got to store your tea in a proper way, but as long as your tea is stored in a proper way, it's going to go one way. It's the camphor notes, the mushroom notes may be enhanced if you're storing it slightly wetter maybe, but largely I think it's down to whatever that tea is to start off with. You know, I don't think you can sort of introduce so much camphor and mushroom notes into a sheng that isn't really that way inclined. It's not like you can push it that direction, I don't believe. But there are, you know, there's a whole conversation there, I guess, on wetter storage and what that can bring. But yeah, largely down to terroir, folks. Thank you very much for your question, Kirk. And if you guys have any questions for me, I'd appreciate it, and I'm always here to answer them. Ollie, the Tea Guru, signing out. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. See you on the next video. Bye.